the shape. Go there. Yes. What's up? Let's see if my audio plays through alright. I set this all up this morning, so I don't know what's happening. Can you hear me alright? Cool, that sounds alright. Let's design an 80. 80. Keep looking at my 80. Yeah, so here's the TIE Fighter. I think it's a really cool model. It's just very, very high detailed, and I've really wanted to model something extremely high detailed like this in Solidworks. And with the power of resin 3D printing, you can recreate a lot of these details very nicely. But sorry, Dougie. The model I've bought is from the Mandalorian, so it lands. You can set up gears and the wings fold up, but in order to fold up the wings and change the gears, you've got to swap parts out. I want to make it work mechanically, so you can fold this little foot in, flap that down. These can just move out. I have no clue how I'm going to make that work, but SolidWorks will show me the way. So, first things first, just actually make the shape. Cool. Got buttons for this now. No, it's not that one. No. There we go. Is that all working? Yes. All right. The kit that I bought came with enough parts to make 2, which is kind of weird. They're slightly different. In terms of the way it's put together and some of the actual details, so my assumption is there are two different TIE Fighters. I'm not that clued up on them, but this will be good to actually get the shape, diameter. I'm going to start with a ball. I think at least I want to make the full body today. So just make that basic shape, at least. And then start working on some detailing. Take this apart. Haven't actually glued anything together yet, so that it's just a bit easier. Front plane. Actually, let's make that whole thing today. We'll do the wings next time. So, because it's all symmetrical, I only have to design one half. Smart. Okay, let's get the overall width of this. $142. Trying to find the best place. Diameter. $55. Try to find a second reference. Yeah, 55, right. Very interesting. Okay. That's 15. 14. Diameter. I don't know how accurate this is going to be. I'm not going to measure out every single little detail. Effort. Way too much effort that I've got time for. Okay. Oops. Yeah, that will do. Actually, let's convert these. It's not liking that. What did I do wrong? You tried Fusion 360, yeah, I can get in the C. put you in a timeout there. There we go. Now you're a mod. I can ban all the people that aren't here. TIE Fighter. Should I hollow this now? Or later when it's going to make life a lot more difficult? Later. I will do it later because I'm difficult at. Cockpit served its purpose. It is now useless because all the details are different. We're going to make this cockpit now. See if this diamond is the same though. It is not the same. Slightly bigger. I like it bigger. $56.5. Can join in yours. I'm not in any Discord at the moment. Calipers too small. $150. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Good yourself.
I'm all good.
You just started.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Your moustache is getting glorious as fuck now.
I need to cut it.
Dude, that's the one thing about growing a beard, eh? When your moustache gets that long, I can't handle it, eh? I can't handle eating my beard.
Where's the button? No, it's not that one. It's there. It's getting it.
In the theme of your build.
Yeah, so at the moment it's a soup strainer.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
Strain out all the vegetables.
the one benefit I would say is it's like a nice surprise. It keeps a bit of your drink later. So you're thirsty, you just go.
Yeah.
What's the delay on your stream?
I'm waving.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, Jesus, 19. I've just seen you lick your lips. How long ago was that?
That was quite a while.
There we go. Now you waved. That's like 25 seconds delay. Jesus, that's heavy.
That's how I feel watching your streams.
Is that a fat joke?
I don't think so.
I'm taking it as a fat joke, you dick.
Okay, cool. You do you.
No, that TikTok of yours is doing well though, which is awesome.
Which one?
Or the one with the Q&A, so you can do live stream. You're not at 1,000 yet, eh?
1,000 what?
Let's see your TikTok quickly.
Should be 6 then.
353.
What are you going on about?
Your TikTok.
Oh,
That's where you did your
followers.
promo.
Shush. Yeah, 333. Even though 10,000 people have liked my stuff. Not too shabby.
It's crazy. Like that one video, like just made you sail right past my milestones, and like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, okay. Even my wife, dude, like her stuff is also like taking off like crazy. You know, all those cooking
Which
videos.
one's
I'm like, I'm
the,
posting every day.
The flight simulator thing.
Yeah, well, like almost 270,000 views on it.
I know. I'm famous.
My best video is like 1.5.
And to be honest, I think it's more or less the gaming content on TikTok is very saturated.
Yeah, dude, no, it's crazy. Like, I don't have the je ne sais quoi. Or I don't know, the editing's a lot, but I edit Shona's videos and I do Shona's videos for her in the editing, and her videos do flipping well.
Boobs, that's why.
I told her we were recording some stuff today, and I said to her, like, you gotta freaking wear a lower cut top. So
Well,
you got the girls, you gotta show them off.
I just realised that most of this is symmetrical across all four corners, so I only have to design a quarter of it.
Yes. I was like, no, wait, no, that's half of it. No, okay.
Because
Like the first bit, like you can finish with it just revolves, yeah.
Because it's symmetrical left and right, but it's also symmetrical up and down.
Yes, no, that's hard to think. The only thing you have to do on the bottom is add the legs.
It's the finer details, the Greeblies, that's what's more... left side will have one, right side will have two, kind of thing. Most of this ball is symmetrical. I mean, I would have made it all symmetrical.
So now to make this into a Vader version, well, what's the difference between the two?
Okay.
He had like narrower wings, didn't he?
I don't know. It's mostly in like the tiny little details.
Oh man, I searched TIE files, I get a bunch of TIE guys fighting.
That's exactly what you want.
Oh yeah, no, his wings curved in.
Yeah, it's that kind of like...
Yeah, so the normal TIE fighter had the straight wings, and then Vader's wings curved in. If you check my site quickly, you'll see.
Your side?
On Discord, check the live.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you can make the Vader version
To a point.
very easy. Just curve the wings. It's always like, what, 6 rectangles?
The overall shapes is the easy part. It's the tiny details that will take the most amount of time.
Sorry, still new to Discord. I killed the... I thought I could kill the live stream. I killed the freaking Discord chat.
Nice.
Yeah, like all the... Like I said, I saw your TikTok, like all the minute details that add, like all the little cogs and pistons and all that.
See, like, I've never really done anything as detailed as that because I was always printing in FDM. But with Resin, I'm able to capture all those tiny little details.
Dude, I'm pulling some game assets out. Actually, yeah, you can actually pull it out of the game. I'm learning how to pull like game assets out and like turn them to 3D models. I'm doing something now with one of the Ace 2 guys, one of their models.
Oh, very nice. 21.5. What are you making for them?
They got a little dude called Omni, which is like a little robot dude that like he changes his face like an emoticon and stuff like that. And I saw the original preview thing of it, and I liked it a lot. And I've been trying to find a model, so I finally got it right. But I can pull the game model out. But the model is like insanely detailed, dude. Like there's pivot points for all the fingers, the knee joints, everything like that. I'm like, okay, cool. But even like the gears and the pistons and stuff in the model are all individual assets when you pull out the game.
Yeah.
So you can make this whole thing articulate and move with gears and stuff. I'm like, well, half the modeling is done for you already. I thought it was mostly just like a static, like leg, arm, this, and this, but it's crazy with the detail.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. I thought I'd catch you off guard with that one. Okay, I broke Kirby. Sorry, guys. He's still laughing. There we go. The stream's caught up. You're still laughing on my screen. Oh, this is awesome.
It's just unexpected. It just. Yeah.
Oh, you got like tons of subscribers. So I can clip the thing now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, the clip features on your side. You okay there?
Yeah.
Sounded a bit wet.
I've also got sounds that can.
Hello there.
Well, you're the reason I have that sound.
What are we doing? Why are we like this?
Cause I'm an island boy and I've been trying to make. Oh,
You're gonna get me copyright struck.
Yo, you actually monetize. I don't want to like.
I'm
risk
not
your-
not anymore.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you're not posting enough content.
No. We'll see. Road to YouTube riches. That's what we'll call this. Make all that YouTuber money. Makes you all rich.
Exactly.
Did you see the video of me chasing my dogs?
Yeah, dude. Like, I saw your video first, and I saw the other dude with like what 3 mil on his thing. I'm like, no, this is awesome. It's fucking funny. Jonah actually showed me like, do you see Kirby's with these dogs? And I laughed. I laughed so much. It really adds an aspect to your podcast now with your dogs like losing their shit in the background.
It does.
I'm sure you're loving it.
Yeah, they just lose their shit all the time.
Like, okay, cool guys, I'm gonna go stream on Solidworks channel, like nice and professional. Everything goes cool. Like, okay, let's start. Hi guys, fuck.
Yeah.
Is that your exact reaction, or is it something close?
I was just like, really? Although at the same time, I was making fart noises on the channel, so.
Oh, God.
You can't-
Dude, I was so salty. I was so salty when they muted me. Yeah.
I laughed so hard at that.
I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, wow, okay, guys. It's called engagement. It's called solving your customers' issues. Acknowledge the issue. They're just like, no, fuck you, mute.
You just gotta behave, Muffin.
Yeah, don't call them out on their like website when I can't fucking do shit.
A lot of this is eyeballing. 25.
Well, you can't exactly go to the real thing and
I mean, I could if I'm really that anal, but I'm not.
no, I'm saying you can't exactly go like to real life and go measure it. It doesn't fucking exist.
I mean, you can. There's official specs and that stuff from the original
Oh wow.
TIE fighter.
Oh yeah, they made a 1-to-1 model. Fuck. Okay. I'll stand corrected then.
Because the original models became canon, and then those were the kind of shapes. Like, it is a episode of Testers somewhere. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, Adam Savage. Yeah, he made the Millennium Falcon and the TIE Fighter.
Yeah, and it was talking about the concept of Greebling and that stuff and he was saying that for like all of these tiny little details that are on there, all of that is just kit bashed. So they'll buy models of like different other vehicles, start with a blank canvas and then glue all these little random bits on there, and then those little bits.
Yes, I watched the Millennium Falcon thing where he did most of it.
And then all those little bits become canon. So it could have been like a random piece of junk. And I mean that's the whole philosophy of Star Wars. It's it's all junk. It's all like old junk mashed together, apart from the New Order stuff. But he
Yeah,
was
that's how they
saying
got
that,
like the modern but 80s feel
Yeah.
kind of thing.
he was saying for one of the models that he was making, he has like a little small collection of Greeblies that are his favorite ones to use. Hey Francesca, how you doing? All the way from Florida, USA. I've always wanted to go to Florida.
Oh, Francisco, how's it, dude? Yeah, I'll see you in the chat there. It's awesome. This is Kirby.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
But the Greebly, one of his favorite Greeblies, he put it all over the show, not thinking much of it, of the model that he was making. But then they made that model scale 1:1, and he just found it hilarious how this one little Greebly that he uses so much is just made full scale, and it's like the size of him. And it's just like a piece, just a random piece that he just stuck onto the model.
You know, it just became, when you see it in real life, you're like, holy shit. Can you hear my kid losing shit in the background?
I know, what's he doing? What's your wife doing?
You got it on WhatsApp, why don't you talk to her, you dickhead? Let me see what he's doing. He's got his head in a bucket and shouting into the bucket.
You know what? Fair enough.
Can't judge him. He's having fun.
Let's go.
Oh, I'll go to stream later as well.
Streaming tonight.
Probably Counter-Strike. I've missed quite a bit. You wanna join? No, you probably still be modeling.
Yeah, I've got to play like one game to be able to do anything in the game. I just find it so dumb. That it's just so restrictive.
Yeah, if you don't have the competitive nature as well, it's hard to get into.
It's not so much the competitive nature, it's just the hoops that you've got to jump through just to be able to play.
Yeah, it's not by their choice though. It's because of all the hackers and stuff like that. Because Oaks used to hack and get like super high rank straight away. Then when you're higher rank, you get better rewards. So then they would get the rewards, get the cases, sell the cases from a monetary point of view.
I can see why they do it, but at the same time, it makes it tricky for newer players to.
Yes, no, it's the same with most of the competitive games. Some was like PUBG. The second PUBG, well, PUBG barely had any hackers, right? Until they decided to monetize their cosmetics. Then all of a sudden, you had all these like Chinese and Russian people come in, make their bots to just hang out in the plains and kill all the AFK players, and then leave.
Brutal.
And shit like that, and then they would like just sell and make money off of the daily rewards and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, I can sell. I mean, that's the thing is you don't get much of that on console because you don't have that resellability of your cosmetics.
Yeah, exactly. Like if COD could sell their cosmetics, you'd have way more hackers than it is right now. Now it's just a bunch of like small dick guys just trying to act tough. You know what I mean? It's like going to a club.
Just like you were when you played.
No, I was just salty as fuck because of the small dick energy.
It's just,
Like,
I don't know. I never played the game enough to get salty on it, and I think it's because I just joined so late. Like when everybody else stopped playing, I was still enjoying the game.
yeah, for me, it went from like playing the game and enjoying it with my mates and stuff to the game having issues, like blatant issues. And they go like, okay, guys, we know the guns are unbalanced, but you know what? Here's a new cosmetic kit. Buy the newest White Wolf bullshit, and here's the clown thing, and here's a pink Power Ranger. And then, like, I'll go, okay, cool. So the guns are stupidly unbalanced, and I have to play with this gun, or else I can't play. And I'm getting shot by a fucking pink Power Ranger with green little laser beams shooting at me. I'm like, no, man.
Pew pew pew.
Who the fuck thinks this is cool? You know what I mean? It annoyed the shit out of me. And then eventually, yeah, exactly. It's children and console plebs. And then I got so salty and so annoyed with it. Oh, console plebs are console plebs, dude. Like, there's no nice way of saying it, but like, basically, shooting games, PC is always going to be superior. We don't need aim assist. We're just better. Car games, sure, dude. Car games and like sports games, yeah, console kicks ass. It's nothing better than the controller playing FIFA.
And story games.
Yo, like there's no like skill based stuff there. You know what I mean? Yes, my child. You done shouting? Ah! There we go. Set him off again. Yes. But yeah, I think like it's just the base of it, and like also like all half of the dudes, half of the higher ups in Activision got accused of like rape and like college or frat boy like activities. They got banned in California, which I thought was cock funny. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm done with this game. I'm done enabling. I deleted it completely. But now when you play it, dude, yes, the oaks are so sweaty, eh? It's like trying to join into on a Dota game blind. What the fuck? You can't do this and you can't do that. I'm like, yes, see, dude, chill. Just.
I was here before
Also,
you.
it's quite easy. Yeah. No, but it's easy to play though. When I play it, dude, the guns like require next to no skill. When I feel good, just grab a sniper rifle. All the sniper rifles are one-hit wonders.
Yeah, if you can aim. See, I was never gifted.
No, aim comes with practice. It's not really a gift, dude. It's a practicing, like knowing where your mouse is and when you flick your mouse, where it's going to stop. Cool. I'm gonna go get a refill quick. I'll be back now.
Refill. Don't you have a fridge next to you?
Jesus Christ, my fucking stomach.
What a mad lad. Just throwing some shapes together. Where's this mirror button? I want to at least get the basic shape done. Cool. Oops. We're gonna add, aren't we? Brandon. What am I doing next? Okay, done. That button. I've done the rings. There. These two fins. Let's get that away. And then I need to make these little hexagonal shapes. They're gonna be fun. Back at it. Okay, we're doing the... Yeah, let's do those hexagonal shapes now. Get them out of the way. just needs to be a block. Let me grab that center line. $15 as well. Oh, hold up. This will make many Solidworks veterans cringe. Not using shortcuts and not speed modeling. 6. That's the plug that will sit into the wings for now. That's probably really loud. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go straight up to the center and down. I love symmetry. It just makes things so much easier. $16, $17. So I'll probably have to get some better calipers because these things are pretty pants. They're not digital, so I've got to kind of read it. That's 18. Okay. So let's bring it a bit away. I'm gonna have to actually mirror this all now. Okay. Body is that? Yep. Thank you. Let's do that again. Oh. Let's put a draft angle on that. How do I do this again? Direction. Nice draft expert. Am I using the right? There we go, manual. I haven't used this in such a long time. There we go. Okay, I needed to go the other way. Okay, let's. Alright, there we go. Smart. Smart. Let's go 4 degrees.
Okay, honey, I'm home.
This almost touches.
Hello there. Destination fucked as well, you wanker.
Oh, there goes the PG rating.
Actually, the trick is after half an hour. You can start swearing and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the first 30 minutes.
Is that when YouTube
And if you keep...
tracks you?
Yeah, so in the monetize, I watch a lot of like the big guys and always talk about. So after 2 hours, they say anything longer is less likely, or your ad revenue goes down.
What
But
do
like
you mean?
2 hours
If a stream is two hours long,
or longer.
people won't look at it. Or
Yes. So if it's 2 hours, it stays within like the right area, and then YouTube pushes it more. But if it's more, then they tend to push it less.
so I guess YouTube doesn't push your streams that much.
Unless I got like a stupid title or clickbait thing. Yeah, my streams. If I do the short stream, that's why I sort of keep around 3 hours. If I do a 2 hour live stream, I do get a lot more views after the fact.
How long have I been? I've been doing an hour.
Yeah.
And you know what I need? Watching your latest
Jack.
video, your that horror video that you posted. I need that. I need that
Phasma.
Minecraft drinking sound.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'll send it to you. Actually.
I can't play that sound too loud, guys. The dogs go bananas.
Is it like a trigger for them?
Yes. They just lose their shit. Okay. Let's get to this point. 6.5.
There you go. Sent you some sound effects on Discord.
Discord.
Is that what triggered you when you're watching the video?
It was just really funny. Where'd you put it?
Private message.
DM me.
Yes, I know some famous people. It's like 10k plus.
Let's download these.
No, I looked at myself and I saw Minecraft hurt. And I'm like, okay, cool. You probably like that one as well.
Do you just have like a library of this cheese?
Yeah, I've literally got a folder that says sound effects and then YouTube music and then normal music.
Let's go to which
Or like a monetize and demonetize folder.
Let's delete those.
What I did learn very quickly is like royalty-free music playlist on Spotify. There we go.
I love how quick it is to just to load up sounds.
Yeah, I gotta go into like voice mod and stuff to do it.
See, I just
I could play it normally, but like it's to get it on a hotkey. It's fucking giggle. Like a little kid. Okay then.
what? Don't know what you're talking about.
Either does your asshole.
Are you going to be doing a hot stream soon?
Yeah, and I want to raise a bit of extra bucks to get one of those sit stand tables. So I want to do some motivation to do like some hot streams and get some money for myself for a change. You know what I mean?
That reminds me, I need to get my mom to bring over some of some of those hot stuff. I'm addicted, and I can't find anything like those ghost pepper
Korean
chips
noodles.
and those noodles. It's just,
It's a Korean brand though.
it was just so good. And
Daebak.
I cannot believe how much I enjoyed those chips.
What? No, those chips, like, you thought I was bullshitting, but they're like legit good. Even the burn, the burn from those, it's very similar to like a wasabi burn, where like it like fucks you up for like a second or two.
I don't like the wasabi burn. It's too much of a dry, senseless burn.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It's like when you challenge like airwaves bubblegum, and it just clears your nostrils out.
It clears other things out as well.
Yeah, well, that's wasabi. You guys, you get the Paki chips though, which is that's next level.
Alright.
Mr. Potato Ghost Pepper Black Crisps.
Yeah, like I have to import them if I want them here. It's quite nuts.
Also, if Arba is imported.
Yeah, it's imported already, but because there's a store that imports them already, or what's it called, Amart. So for them to bring it in, it's a lot cheaper per unit because they.
I've made a new ghost pepper sauce. So if your mom's gonna send you some stuff, let me know, and then I'll drop one of my sauces off with you. Because it's actually the ghost peppers from because I remember I was fermenting while you were here. What? And it's vada, mate.
Kakalan.
No, I wouldn't say kakvaran. It's close to kakvaran, but it's.
I'm quite proud of that shape. Now I've got to do it again.
Dude, watching Too Tall Toby, dude. Some of the models like, oh, it's good to do this model, and I look at him like that's like 5 levels of nope for me.
Well, that's the thing, is that when I was building this model, because it's not glued or anything, it's a lot of it was just looking at the different shapes and trying to figure out where to start. So in your mind, you're breaking it down to the simplest shapes. And it's the same thing if you get like a Model Mania drawing, or you get like a drawing, you kind of got to, in your mind, break it down to the most basic shapes to make up the more complex shapes.
When I learned that was when I was using 123 design, when I was still like very beginner. I'm still quite beginner, but when I was extra beginner, was because remember like that doesn't have sketching. It has, or does have sketching, but it has mostly just like you take a square and you take away from the square.
Yeah.
And that taught me, or subtractive modeling kind of thing, if that's the right way of saying
Yeah.
it. That taught me a lot about like, is this, when you look at something like, is it a square? Is it a rhombus? Is it a triangle?
I mean, let's see
Somebody else joined.
Let's see if my stream shits itself. No, I
Oh, you went live. So my thing's it's always on mute. I'm so not used to the Discord sounds.
I went live just so I can show you. So, like for example, to create this kind of body here, it started off with just this corner, like a corner of a hexagon. And then I realized I actually had to make all of it, so I just mirrored it around, combined it to become one. I added a draft angle to create that angle, and I knew that my point of reference was this point needed to be as close to that edge as possible. And then I just had to, just get rid of what I didn't need, and then cut it from the top view to cut away that. And then that's how I created that shape on the body. So it's kind of like looking at this shape, looking around and saying, okay, cool, that's a hexagon. That's obviously an angle you've got to create. When you look at it from this direction, you can see these are straight cuts. So you kind of break it down in that kind of mental way of where do you start?
Yes, like Two Toby, like when he was doing that one sketch stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? How do you think of that way? Like I said, like just seeing you work so fluidly in SolidWorks, where like I made a circle, and then I made a circle in a circle, and I was like, yeah, and I need to extrude it, and I was like, wow, this is difficult. Like it was so difficult, but then like I go into Fusion, and because I know what the terminology is for Fusion, then I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. But like a second I got SolidWorks, like you guys call extrusion something else.
Extrude boss. Like yeah, it's extruded boss or base, but there's lovely pictures that kind of show what it does.
Well, that's the only way I got through working with SolidWorks was the pictures. But I don't know, like the Intuit, like SolidWorks it's designed more for the pro versus Fusion, which is like aimed more at idiots like me.
Yeah, morons.
Yeah, to put it lightly.
Precisely. No, it's...
To put it lightly, it's not that precise. You fuck. Oh wow, I'm cutting something out of my model that's actually part of the model. Fuck's sakes.
You're also modeling.
That's why I pulled the game assets. So the print just finished, but I'm cutting something out that's actually part of it.
It's cutting, bro.
It looked like an over. It looked the way it printed. It looked like support material.
Oh, okay.
So I'm busy cutting it out, and it's actually not.
I mean,
I
like,
sent you a pic on WhatsApp. It's literally what I've printed is directly from a game. I've slightly adjusted to 3D print.
nice poo color.
Dude, this brown is actually so nice.
Hello there. Nice.
Come on.
Your donation can help the
They
Met.
talk. They talk. They talk.
set this up.
They talk. There you go. Stop.
Yeah, I can tell something went wrong there.
Yeah, I had it on
Smooth
replay,
jazz
so
got like overwritten by rap.
every time you press it, it plays it, and if you press it again, it starts it again. It was on.
Oh yeah, no, so mine are the same, but I have to set it to like play stop.
Yeah, it's called latch on this board. We're gonna have way too much fun with the sound.
I got the. Oh, you want that? I can't believe you don't have that sound effect.
Although you got
I
better.
I do need to get that one.
You don't like my crickets.
Your crickets sound like people rubbing twigs together.
Do you have the Wilhelm scream?
Emotional damage.
Do you have Wilhelm scream?
No.
You should get the Wilhelm scream. Do you know what the Wilhelm scream is?
No, play it, please.
I don't have it.
No.
Just Google Wilhelm scream.
So, I think of the Skyrim.
It's like the most iconic sounds in film. Like when you hear it, you'll recognize it.
Oh!
Yes.
Yes, okay, I know that one.
Bastard needs you!
I know that one too. See, Francesco's enjoying the the soundboard.
That legit got me copyright strike when I played that one.
Well, my buddy Sean was telling me how he's going to Miami, so while he was telling me about it, I put this in the soundboard.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna under 3 seconds. Under 3 seconds.
Fuck.
But what's the best way of getting to Miami?
Well, remember, Francesco's from Florida. How close to Miami are you, Francesco?
From Florida, he's quite far. From
Miami's-
Francisco, yeah.
Miami is in Florida.
Oh no! Oh, is it? I thought Miami was by California.
No, Miami's in Florida.
Miami, Florida. Yeah. Oh wow. So I do. Whenever I picture Florida, I think of like just swamps, swamps and incest.
All I think about is that the Who. Yeah.
Actually, made by like one hell of a legendary band as well.
Jesus Christ.
I think one of my favorite sound effects is this. Like,
Okay.
here, Kirby made a revolve. He found out the model is quad symmetrical.
That's a nice word there.
Nice.
So,
There we go.
so would you use quad symmetrical or quadrilateral?
Quadrilateral is the name of it's basically a square.
Yeah, okay, then it'll be quadrilaterally symmetrical. That is a tongue twister.
You know what else is it? I giggle too much.
There we go. That filled my sound, but I will drop that in your Discord right now.
Google Queen.
There it
From
is.
Central Florida, and yes, Miami is in Florida. There we go. Some geography for you there, Brandon.
Is that far from Africa?
So Central Florida, that's probably closer to like Orlando type of thing. Cape Canaveral.
Is Orlando in Florida?
Yes, Orlando, Florida.
I know, I'm joking with you. Yeah, I've seen some like this, the residential stuff, and it's like so pretty. My father-in-law and I were talking about something like it's actually quite cheap to move to Panama. I started looking at Panama. I'm like, wow, okay, it's actually really pretty, like really tropical. So it's sort of like Durban vibes, like the beachfront stuff. Like all the houses are like it. Then like I started like looking elsewhere, and like it just got me on this like tangent. And I saw Florida and Panama. The climate seems very similar because it's sort of both like central GMT, was like close to the equator.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I'm like, this is actually really nice, and like the places look good. Is there any more about sound effects you want?
No, it was just well, I'm Scream. I think it's just a great one for your streams.
Yeah. Ah, man, I didn't say it right. Fuck. There we go. The last one I think will be funny for you.
Okay.
I can't believe it now.
How was your braai yesterday?
It was so good, dude. Like we finished all the meat before it was even done. I was cooking I left the wurst till last because that thin wurst we get now. So I left it till last. It cooks very. Yeah, so I left it to last because it cooked so quickly. But like we had like 4 wings and no rashes left. We were done. Okay, Francesco's asking, how much time does it take to design or create this kind of work that you do?
Because I'm talking a lot of shit. Quite long. So creating like the general shape that I'm busy doing here, which is mainly just this, these shapes. So I'm busy creating there. I've done that bit. What takes the longest from there is going onto all of these little faces and just adding like a little box over here and a box there and a box there, and then adding a little bit more onto there. Coming in over here, adding another bigger piece over here. That's what takes the longest, because it's, go in here and model it, go in there and model it. It can take a bit of time. You just got to manage your time, I think. Yeah, like I said,
Or just wait for the time lapse.
yeah, or just wait for that.
Because then it turns these like hours of work into 2 minutes.
Yeah, so like these little faces, that needs a bit of detail. A little bit of detail needs to go in here. There's like a body that needs to go across here. Another big mass needs to be added here with some details on it. Some details on the top here. It's those tiny little bits that really takes the longest.
Cool. I'll be back now. I'm just gonna go feed the little one, and I'll be back with you soon.
Excellent.
Sweet.
I mean, I'm using features here that are fairly, off the top bar here. Just I'm creating bodies and cutting at bodies, and doing a couple of mirrors, maybe revolve. The only kind of advanced feature that I've used so far is the draft to create that angle. Which was there. Which I'm about to do on this one here. I'm just trying to figure out how I should approach it. I need to hide that. Because I've got to get this draft angle on here. But I've got to figure out where it needs to start. Oops. Let's flip that. Select those faces. That's then made that an angled part. Needs to be more angled, but I need to bring this body in a bit closer because I want it to kind of start from just before it exits this body. Okay, let's go from there. Let's go with 45. Amazing. Yeah, it is pretty cool. And it is fairly easy to do. I mean, that's... Like I've been explaining to Brandon, that it's... You need to know... Look at a complex shape and figure out what are the basic shapes that makes it all up. Because all I've been creating here is circles and squares. Basically, just basic shapes. This is the most complex shape that I've created, as well as that. But it's just boxes that eventually just make up more detailed boxes. Let's go 6 degrees. So I'm trying to get this point to be about there. A little bit closer. There we go. I'm not worried about that overlap because I'm going to be cutting it. Cool. I mean, this, and the most interesting thing about these kind of design softwares is that so many people design the exact same thing. You know, go to 100 designers. Although it's best explained with Lego, because I've got Lego. If you ask someone to make a duck out of Lego, if you ask 100 people to make a duck out of Lego each, every single person is going to make a duck because, you know, that's your task. But every single one of those ducks are going to be different, but they're still going to be a duck. It's the exact same principle with 3D designing, you know. Tell 100 3D designers to make a duck, you're going to get tons of ducks, but they're all going to be made differently. They're all going to look differently. It just comes down to how it's been made. The path it used, and the way that I learned how to, I wouldn't say design, but the way that I kind of learned people's workflows is by watching people's design time lapses. You know, see how people designed a certain thing over a certain amount of hours, how they got from point A to point B, and then applied that to what I wanted to create. Seven. Bang. Tade. There we go. With that. So let's just get an overall look at this. So that's always quite exciting to see. Nice. That actually looks really good. I'm quite pleased with that. Cool. One little detail I realized. The circle's actually a different diameter. Throwing 3D design wisdom bombs. I mean, it's one thing that's always fascinated me is watching other people design. Because I firmly believe there's more than one way to do a job. It does not have to be done exactly the way that they intend. I mean, I play a lot of Minecraft, and there's specific ways that you should apparently play Minecraft. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it any which way you want. Yes, that looks much better. So now that all that detail is there, or the main structures are there, I can actually start detailing this. Start figuring out what is symmetrical and what is asymmetrical. Because I want to do the asymmetrical stuff first, because it's just easier. So I want to do the symmetrical stuff first, and then the asymmetrical stuff. Because there's one asymmetrical part that goes over here, but the rest of the details are all symmetrical. Okay, let's... So let's move left to right. Each time I want to start a little detail, I realize that it's actually asymmetrical. Okay, that's definitely not asymmetrical, there's stuff on here. Okay, front plane. I can do this in two parts, in one part. All of this is just eyeballed, really. I'm not going to try and measure this stuff out because I'm going to be here for days if I do that. So if that's, let's go 6.5. Yeah. No, I was happy with 7. Yeah, 4 is fine. So 4.25. I am adding dimension just to kind of constrain it at some point, some way. But I really don't need to. Let's get the next bit in. Put a dimension on this angle. Parallel already. got to remember to get out of the mindset of FDM, because if I want to make this 3D printable, I'm used to following certain rules, but I'm planning to make this printable in resin, so I can get away with finer details. Okay. Let's offset this from the surface so that it uses that surface as reference. It's going to be 0.8 high. Reverse the offset. I can go lower than that. 5. Yep. There's a small fillet on this face. Change that 0.3. So these are details that are going to be symmetrical to this side, so I'm not even going to bother doing it both sides. I'm just going to split the model down the side and then mirror it again once I've done all quadrilaterally symmetrical parts. Okay, front plane. Shape to make. Some STLs still very hard to catch a good position on the FDM. That's the something like this. You know, if you were to print this like that in FDM, the details here are going to be really nice. These aren't, and these aren't. So I mean, like something like that is best to print it upright like that, but that's risk of falling down. It's I work with industrial grade SLS 3D printers and MJF. So I'm used to like big machines that work in powder where you don't need to worry about any support material in that. But it's not very practical for something like this. And not everybody has a £500,000 3D printer in their garage. So I want to make the files for this accessible to anybody. Let's go for some. Exactly. Yeah, there is a lot of people that think that it's just Control P print kind of thing, like with 2D printers. It really isn't. It's a lot you've got to keep in mind when printing with orientation and that, and I do feel like being able to design in 3D does give you a bit of an advantage to understanding and looking at a model and seeing what will need support and what wouldn't. That's too thick, but let's merge it. Oh, yeah, thank you, Solidworks, for reminding me to save my work. Because that would be absolutely horrendous if an hour and a half worth of design time is just down the drain. It's TIE Fighter version. This will rebuild. Cool. Let's go with 0.6. Yes, that's much better. So a lot of these little Greeblies, I'm just eyeballing it and trying to recreate it to look as similar as possible. We are not striving for accuracy because we'll be here for days if we did that. Okay. What's that angle? It's quite a nice angle. Let's go for one more above the body. Yes, I'm not going to merge it this time. See, if I merge it, then it fuses it to this main body. But if I don't merge it, that means I can hide everything else and I can still work on that, just that block. And I can start to just edit it a bit better without it affecting the rest of the body. I mean, it actually wouldn't really matter, but it's a very tiny fillet. Very tiny fillet.
I get to do the fun thing and tell you to change scene.
Oh, geez, thank you. How long has that been up there for?
I don't know. I just sat down.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Let's see. It's an embarrassing feeling. It's been up for about 6 minutes.
Nice. So, most of the stuff that I've just done here and talked about.
Francisco and Scott don't seem to mind. So
Nah. They prefer my face. So it's clearly, that's the moneymaker, not my design skills.
it's a moustache. That mustachio question.
Moustache. God, jeez. You're full of dad jokes today, aren't you?
Dude, like, my mother-in-law went past Pops yesterday. Right, because she went to that horse place that's just in front of it.
Yep.
So she got my kid some stuff now, and the problem is we're facing is that he can't let go.
That was a very long-winded way of going around the Lego joke.
It was worth it though.
Was it? feel like you
Well, I
just gotta
couldn't
let
say
go of
she
the
went past the Lego store. Nah, I wasn't gonna repeat the joke, but I just can't let go. Oh, you turned it around. Ba, 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 ba.
I think I found your new favorite sound.
That's one of my favorite ones. Let's see. Head shell. No. Dude, Blender's pretty cool, though.
Blender really changed my way of thinking about subdivisional modeling and that.
This style of modeling I started doing with 3ds Max.
Because there's certain models that I would absolutely love to be able to create it face by face.
Oh, it's so handy, dude. Like, now I needed to cover up something, so I was like, okay, well, I've got to create a square and do this and this. And then I realized, I'm like, hold on. This is like polygon modeling. So, let me just make a face and just snap the edges to it and then subdivide the square into more squares.
Just realised I put the wrong dimension on this thing. Yeah, it's a good way to make quick models that doesn't have much detail in it.
Or you can do crazy detail, but yeah.
Because the detail comes from the textures and that you add onto the parts.
Also, when you got low poly stuff and you click smoothing, and just the way the AI smooths the stuff, it just makes it look so sexy.
Have you done the donut tutorial on Blender?
No, I've just jumped in with the model and going, okay, cool. So anything that reads the model, let me learn it. And I've just been clicking around since then.
It's very famous.
That's how I learn.
Donut tutorial.
Have you done the Hello World tutorial in Arduino?
Nope.
Exactly, so don't even talk to me.
Just shut the fuck
Fucking noob. Fucking noob.
up. I saw a joke.
Sorry.
You got four engineers in the car.
Mm.
And the car breaks down.
Did
so
you hold up? Quick question though. Like, speaking of engineering, did you see the joke or did you read the joke?
I read it.
Okay, cool. Just making sure of that.
Why?
Because we always make jokes because somebody's like, I can hear their footprints. Like, can you hear footprints?
Oh, I get what you mean. Anyway, so
Okay, carry on. So four engineers.
4 engineers on going on a road trip to wherever the 4 engineers go, and the car breaks down. So they're 4 different engineers. The mechanical engineer says, "Oh, it's definitely the engine." The electrical engineer says, "Oh no, it's definitely the battery." The chemical engineer is like, "No, it's definitely the fuel mix." And the IT engineer just says, "Should we get out the car and back in?"
Oh no. Oh god.
I call that payback.
That's like cringy.
I laughed way too hard at that.
you basic bitch. Oh god. Okay, so now tempted.
Did your kid eat all his food?
Yes, he enjoyed it thoroughly. I tried out my new chili oil and it is surprisingly good.
When are you going to let your kid eat hot foods?
Dude!
When you don't have to clean up his mess.
Well, pretty much, but flaming Doritos and flaming knickknacks, he eats no problem, man.
really nice, like American hot cheese puffs that Sarah fucking loves. But then she says
Was
peppers too loud.
those?
I work with solar and
Oh.
lithium. So you work with batteries and that stuff. I guess Miami has a lot of sun
Lithium.
out that side. No,
Lithium's
you've-
awesome, but it's crazy good stuff.
You messed around with solar panels yet?
I've cooked my charge controller. Yeah.
So
Well, you've been to my house recently, so you see my solar. Did I show you my solar stuff?
no.
No, so I've
So,
got
in Cisco,
I've got 3 panels and a thing. Yeah.
In South Africa, there's a thing called load shedding. And it's basically just where the government will turn their power off and on again.
Yeah.
To
It's not letting your friend jerk you off. So it's not load shedding.
it's to help like relieve the network because they're not maintaining their power systems and that. So a lot of people like Brandon will have other kind of power sources for when the government decides to turn off your power.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. Like, that's why I realized I had my lights and everything on them. My yes, Joe. Got better now. Yeah, so my lights were giving issues. So I checked my batteries, and the batteries were low, but they wouldn't charge for like 2 days. I was like, what the hell? So eventually I looked close, and I saw that the one terminal was like completely melted and cooked.
Really?
Wire gotten hot and all that kind of shit like that now. Completely. And I was like, what the hell?
That's not
But like,
very
it's been
good.
working perfectly fine for ages. Yeah. But there's like no distinct issue. There's no overvolting or anything like that. So I don't know what the hell's going on. And then I put my cheaper charge controller on because my mate borrowed me the expensive one. But the thing was working, dude. The Bluetooth was working, everything like that. It just wasn't charging. So what the hell? So I put the new one on. And it's fine, but it's faulty because it's a cheapie. And now it's like overcharging my batteries now. It's supposed to stop at like 15 volts and charge my batteries to 16. You can actually hear the hydrogen boiling in the battery.
That sounds sketchy, Brandon.
It really is, but I don't know enough to. I don't know what questions to ask.
Why is my battery boiling?
Yeah, I Google like battery making funny noise, and it's like, well, your battery has hydrogen and it often boils. It's normal during charging cycles. I'm like, but it's doing it all the time. Is it still normal? That kind of thing. Okay, baby needs to go to bed. Give me 2 minutes.
This is just a reference point to try and get a specific measurement. Three. Find it very interesting how to adapt 3D printing and design. Yes. So, where I work, we get a lot of people that do like electrical work and electrical cabinets, and they'll actually create custom enclosures and that for specific jobs. You know, every job may be different, and they'll create a custom enclosure for those kind of things. It really is a fun way to just kind of expand and change the way you do your job. Some people find it a gimmick, some people don't really understand the potential for 3D printing. But it really can change your perspective. You know, change the way that you do everything every day. Let's go 3 degrees. Okay, that draft was not good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough. So combine these. That's the problem. That's why it's looking a bit odd. This angle is meant to be the same as that angle. I can make it that angle. That was quick.
That's what she said. 7 hours to do 58 grams of filament. Jesus.
I was gonna say 58 grams of what?
Yeah, fucking hell. No, there's just a lot of detail.
Throw errors.
No space left on device. How big is this thing? Oh, it's this one. Okay, hold on.
Is that the sound of your knees?
No, that's what a fat guy sounds like when he stretches.
I don't sound like that.
Oh, double the size of your stomach. Oh, and plus I've lost almost 10 kilos now, dude.
Nice. Then what?
Just counting my calories.
I've been thinking of doing that.
You know, dude, it actually works. Eh? When you start off, it's a bit annoying, but then you actually you start learning like what is good, what is bad, and you learn like say like a double Jack and Coke. That is the same as chowing a full on like toasted salmi.
Nice.
One glass. Like, to give you like an idea, so you got Burger King your side. So what was it? So like you like similar. You're a bit taller than me, so you're similar size. So you're about what 1,700 to 2,000 calories a day, right? One Whopper, Burger King Whopper, is 900 calories.
And what's your daily limit again?
About 1,700.
That's half of that.
Yeah, so you could have one Whopper and two double Jack and Coke, and you're done for the day.
Sounds like a party.
Rough though. Infill pattern, lightning. Let's try this lightning again. This lightning is actually quite a nice infill pattern. The more I use Prusa Slice, I'm enjoying it more.
Oh, it's so good.
I probably with my end of 5, like always whenever I do whenever I slice in Prusa Slicer on the end of 5, it always stops the print halfway.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I'm also trying to use tree supports.
Is it compiling the full G code?
No, there's no errors, no nothing. It just every time it just stops about halfway.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like, but then if I do Cura for my Wanhao, the Wanhao doesn't print properly. It goes all splotchy and it misses lines, all sorts of shit like that. But I do it on proofs and I get the most beautiful prints ever. Wow, doing tree support saves me an entire hour on this print. Dude, tree supports are another fucking beast altogether.
It's kind of how you support with well, it is how you support
resin
with
stuff.
resin.
Yeah, I thought it was easy, but looking into it, it's something like it. I wouldn't say it's the same. It's similar, but you got to put a bit more thought into it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's this model I'm doing now? Dude, I pulled it out the game, right? Put it into Blender. It's 0.2 millimeters in height.
Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a scale. So like, I've increased the scale by a factor of 3, and then I put it into Ultimaker or Cura, and then I scale up again by 500%, and it's 36 mils long.
I mean, that's the thing about game design. You don't need to worry about scale. I never tried.
Yeah, it's just
Prusa
it's
Slicer. I mean, it's pretty good. It's free, right? Isn't it?
Prusa, yes, Prusa's free, Cura's free, all of them free. So I'm pulling game assets from a Unity.
Basically, since Ultimaker started becoming a bit shitty, Prusa Slicer came over and just dominated that market.
What was that other one that you had to pay for? That was really good.
Slicer.
It's almost Slicer, yeah. That I was always curious about, and then I heard Prusa Slicer, I heard about it, and I was like, okay, this sounds really good.
Prusa, working with overhang, that comes down to your printer. That's your printer's capabilities.
Yeah, I would say from my experience, okay, it was probably be different. But with your printer, look at designs for other cooling fan or cooling duct designs for your printer. And some people have really optimized it quite well. And then go from there with the overhangs. Like my Ender 5 can handle, what, about an 80-degree overhang? Can handle that relatively well.
Yeah, that Cure has gone very downhill. And Prusa Slice has become the new go-to. What printer are you using?
Yes, no, for instance, this is what me and Kobe are just talking about now, dude. Is that Cura's giving issues, but Cura's the only thing I can find that actually makes my Ender 5 print properly. I think I need to do a firmware upgrade on the Ender 5, to be honest. But I would say, yo, get one of those overhang tests and set it up in the slicer and see what happens. Dude, I serviced my Ender 5. I was having issues like you can see like the filament was like doing that little spiral cut when it comes out the nozzle.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, cool. Let me just have a look what's going on here. Then I decided, okay, let me put the hardened nozzle on now since I got it. And I serviced it. This massive wad of shit that I pulled out the extruder block was insane. Because I couldn't pull the Bowden tube out the block. It wouldn't come out.
That it fused.
No, I thought it had, but I was like pulling. I was like, what the hell? And eventually, I just like sort of forced the coupler off, so I gave myself some room, so I pulled it up the Bowden tube, and then I gave it a good tug, like sort of like, you know, when you hit your hand to get something a bit more impact. Did that and it tugged out, and I was like, what the hell? And the end of it was pitch black, pitch black. So I was like, holy shit. So then I cut off the pitch black stuff and then pushed it all the way through the extruder without the thing on. And this wad of like multicolored bullshit came out of it. And I was like, oh, wow.
Nasty.
Yeah. And then it's been printing beautiful since then. Except for it's my ABS doesn't. Like I had one print, the ABS stuck like a beauty. Then every print since it's giving me issues. I'm like, fuck you, ABS.
ABS is not a fun material to work with. Using a CR10, that's Creality. Don't you have a Ender?
Yeah, Creality, yeah. I got an end of 5, which is just below the CR10. Yeah.
I don't know what they're if they're proprietary slicer or not.
No, they've got profiles for it. I'm just having bad luck with it, but I think it could just be my bad luck because I'm prone to it. But the CR10 I've heard has good results on the 3D printing stuff on Facebook. They join the 3D printing groups, Francisco. A lot of people there have very good advice. There's some impatient assholes as well, so don't mention bed leveling. But Kirby knows exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, the guys are lacquer there. They're very helpful, very good with giving advice and things. So yeah, but even Prusa themselves are quite handy with their forum. Well, Joseph, he's so community driven. It's wonderful to see. And you've met him in person, so you probably know like he's actually like a legit guy in person as well.
Yeah, no, he's pretty cool. Yeah, he really knows how to look after not only his community but his staff. Because I mean, he's just one of those bosses who knows that if you look after your staff will look after your customers and your company.
Yes, no, like it's hard to get through, but also you got to have a good company to do it. It's hard to pay them when they're not giving you the money to pay them. Like I was talking to some of my clients here, and I said like, if you want to, like the easiest way to stop theft is pay someone enough so they don't have to steal.
But who's willing to pay someone enough?
Exactly. But that's the thing. It's just they're like you get like 3 people who are like truly deserving of it, but then the rest of the selfish, lazy twats make it not worthy. Then those people ruin the boss's attitude.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I said like you're quite happy at your current company, and it's also your boss looks after you.
Yeah. It's the first time I worked at a company the bosses actually like looked after me.
Yeah, I'm a strong believer of people don't quit jobs, they quit bosses.
Powerful.
Because when I think about it, yeah, it is, dude. Like it hit me when I first saw that quote. Because then I'm like, I think about it, I'm like, every job I've quit is because the boss was a dickhead. When I was teaching music, dude, my old boss, he said to me straight, because like I questioned him because he gave me a warning for not attending something after work hours. And I was like, dude, like you're not paying me for it. And I told you I was busy. He's like, so he gave me warnings. So I gave him my resignation. He's like, listen, you're nothing without me. I pay for your car. You need me. So I handed him my resignation. And he's like, what is this? I'm like, well, I found someone to pay for my car. So you don't have to worry anymore. I don't want to take that, but I don't have that burden on you anymore.
Brutal.
Yeah. And he was stunned, eh? And he like the only thing he could say to me was like, well, do you have a replacement? I'm like, well, that's not my duty. You need to find someone.
That's your job. It's your job to
Yeah,
hire someone.
it's your company. Yeah, I think the first thing that started the tension between me and him is that he increased the lecture fees by like what 70%. Not 70, like no 30%. Increased it by 30%, and then said to me like a week after he increased the school fees, he said, Brandon, we're not doing a raise this year. I can't afford it.
That's always a dick move.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm sorry, you got the brand new Golf 8. And you got a Porsche, and you got a house, and everything like that. And then I'm teaching. I'm getting half of what people pay you to teach music, and you increase the fee by 30%, and then you say you can't afford to give me a raise.
It just sounds like
That's a bit. Yeah, you might know him. It's old Jarrell.
But I never went
Everyone
to that
seems to
music
know
school. I went to the other
Yeah.
one by the KFC.
Oh, that Music Land, whatever. They're closed now.
She was cool though.
Oh, Callum worked there for a bit. As a drum teacher after school.
Yeah, he tried to teach me double bass. I was just like, I just couldn't get it.
It's weird, dude. You got to turn off your brain for that thing. Eh?
It's just,
That's the only way I can describe it. You got to actually turn off your brain because the second you think you've lost it, it's a pure feeling thing. You just got to like just tap your feet. You got to be able to like tap your feet and count to 11 and a half.
just it broke my brain every time I tried.
Exactly, because you were trying to use your brain while playing drums.
Drums is just senseless banging.
No, it's emotional banging.
Ew.
Dude, there's I don't know if you like checked on Twitter. There's like this South African streamer that's like losing his shit because out of like 4,000 rand worth of Twitch revenue, he's only getting $1,200.
I saw something about that.
Yeah, I commented on it because I was like, okay, well, let me have a look at mine. And then I got like, I think it's you that resubscribes every month. And out of like the 30 rand, I get, well, out of the $3, I get 69 cents.
So how come it's that little though?
So apparently, Twitch takes their cut before the taxes and stuff get applied to you. So the 30 rand goes, you give them $30. They take their 15 straight and then apply taxes and all the admin fees.
I mean, that kind of
afterwards.
makes sense because Twitch will be taxed separately on their revenue. If you think about it, so Twitch will get taxed on the 50% that they take from you.
Yo, they get business income, yeah.
Whereas, so it makes business sense that, you know, any deduction should always happen before tax.
Yes, but like the argument where I would say it's a kind of bullshit is when you should say like it should be more transparent. You shouldn't say you get half of the revenue. Like the guy had the email. Thanks for reaching out. Not getting the revenue you expect from a subscription can be worrisome experience. So I hope I can clear things up for you. After taking a look into your subs and earnings, I can determine you are earning the right amount based on your subs. However, mind you, the earnings are based on local sub pricing. Due to local sub pricing, different subs can earn different amounts of revenue. As you can see, a subscription that can cost anywhere from $1.49 to $4.99 or equivalent. This means that the price for a sub depends on exactly what the sub on which sub it is and who bought it. You know, general data subscribers come on any time by going into your analytics. When considering your earnings, it is almost important to note that there are certain costs, taxes, and fees that must be accounted for prior to receiving income for a subscription. You can find more information about this in your Twitch affiliate agreement. Before the 50-50 split between you and Twitch takes place, deductions are made from the full price of the subscription. This includes taxes, payment processing fees, bank fees, currency conversion fees, etc. after the split takes place. We still account for any required tax withholding you can view in your payouts page.
I mean, if it's in the agreement that you make, the Twitch partner agreements, you've agreed to it.
Yes. No, like it's in the T's and C's. Like the guys are only realizing this now, I think, because like in South Africa we're going through some really shit times. So money's becoming more and more valuable, especially the dollar.
Yeah.
So let me actually pull up the affiliate. That's like the one thing I have that you don't have as a Twitch affiliate. You got everything else.
Gotta catch them all.
Exactly. But like, you know me, like I'm sort of against it because it's so money based, where you can't just like enjoy and take part in the stream without paying. But like, yeah, I think also like the currency converter. I think if you're in the States, it's less brutal. The fact that like your mates donate, like for example, like you would subscribe in pounds, which gets converted into dollars, which then gets converted into rands.
Yeah.
Like I know what ground me, dude, was when I did that the chili stream for the charity for SPCO.
Yeah.
We lost what, like $1,500 just in PayPal and FMB processing fees, just to get it turned into rands. So PayPal took like a $600 cut, and then FMB charged like 400 rand to convert it into rands.
That's not good.
Yeah, but like if you look in the scale of it, it's like it's like what, 6% on a 4% kind of thing.
No,
But because it was for
though.
yo, their fees are crazy, dude.
I used to, when I was doing projects for Solidworks, I'd lose so much over PayPal fees.
Yeah, like I know some of the streamers, they've had like when people donate and they do a chargeback. PayPal doesn't give you the fees back though.
No, they don't. So they'll do like a massive, you know, like if $1,000 donation. Wait for you to claim it. And then that 16% fee, which is $160, you don't get back. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but then the person gets the full $1,000 back,
They get
and
the full
you're left.
They get the full $1,000 back. So you lose that $1,000 as well as $160 that you paid on the fee to keep that money.
Exactly, it's brutal, dude. Like
It's such a
after a
fucking
while, you
knock
like
move.
sort of, yeah. You understand like why they happily paid old Elon for it. You're like, this is a money printing machine. You get some good computers running, and you can just print this money.
I don't think it's too much of a knob, because when it was created, it was created out of necessity. You know, having a digital bank kind of thing that allows you to transfer money around the world.
Yeah, the original intentions were justified.
But like they've got those in place, those rules in place to protect the people that do get screwed. But the thing is, people are taking advantage of that and screwing other people over.
Exactly, like I said, like it's just you as a streamer. Like I said, like if somebody gives you $100 donation, you're gonna be like really grateful. But then they find out like the kid scaled his mom's card.
Yeah.
They want to do a chargeback. The human side of you is gonna go like, oh shit, okay, sorry, yeah, no, I'll reverse that and blah blah blah. Then you're like, just that one mistake cost you $16. And if it happens often enough, it becomes a proper expense.
That's what I like about traditional banks, is that they've got a lot more insurance for that kind of thing. Like, for example, when we first moved here, Sarah's card got cloned, and they started spending money. But it was kind of weird. Like Sarah could see in the bank statements that money had been taken out and sent to somewhere in Asia. But when the bank was looking on their system, they couldn't see it on their side in the system. They could see on the statements that the money had gone, but they couldn't find it on their system. But they refunded Sarah the full amount that was moved from her account.
Oh, couldn't they?
No, they did. They refunded her fully because they could see that it was obviously something sketchy. She had to sign a document that said that it was like a legal document saying that it wasn't her that moved the money. It was, she doesn't know anybody in that country. And they gave her the money back. Don't know what happened in the end there, if they ever found out who it was or anything happened.
Oh, they follow up. Yo, you never actually get to find out. No, my brother had the same or similar thing when he was in Dubai for a while doing some work, and then obviously he wasn't like spending the money because the work was covering everything. So when he came back, he went to the ATM to draw some money. Some dude distracted him and then cloned his card or whatever, and then just cleared out his savings account of like 50 grand. And then it took the bank like a month and a half to sort it out. And he was like, he's like, listen, like, I get cloning the card, but he says like the fact that they cleared my savings account out that isn't even linked to my card is extremely worrying. It's extremely bad, the fact that that can happen just by my card being cloned.
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything. They didn't ask any questions. They just, okay, so we're investigating, and then they just refunded him the money.
Yeah. Like I said, that's one thing I like about traditional banks, that they've got a lot of the insurance. They've got full departments to. I'm sure PayPal at this point has that kind of pull, but
yeah, no, they do, because they use so much money. I had a thing where I had this random dude send me a payment request on PayPal. I was like, what the fuck is this? Just a dude asking me for like $50. I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? And then like I just queried them with it and try to block it. Like, oh no, we can't, but if you pay any money over, we'll happily reverse it and take it back and blah blah blah.
Well, I had for quite a while on my PayPal, every now and then I'll get a payment of just a couple of cents at a time. It'll be like 30 to 40p at a time. All from these random accounts and that stuff, using random cards. And I started looking into it, and what it is I had like my PayPal link on my channel somewhere. It's like if you want to donate here. And obviously some bots go and find those links, and then they use those links to card check. So once they've cloned a card, they'll do a very small transaction, see if it goes through, and if it clears, then they go and make the big transactions. So some people were using my PayPal to card check. And I emailed PayPal. I was like, could you stop this from happening? And they're off. Because next thing they start investigating, and then they like start to link my account with all this shit. Meanwhile, it's just someone using my account as a way to send money. I don't want to get caught up in this whole thing with them finding me. It's like, what's your relation with these people? It's like they're just fucking using my card, my account.
Like, why didn't you flag these false transactions in the first place? And blah blah blah. 1,001 questions.
Yeah,
dude, I had recently
that's also why I emailed them, so that I had that paper trail of I asked you to look this up.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much essential. You need a logo. You also need to update your website, dude.
Why? What's wrong with my website?
It looks like an old school HTML.
Probably is. I just used whatever's fucking free.
The Solidworks blog. There's nothing from you over there. You lied. Or contact details. You don't know your TikTok yet. Jesus, what a
What?
noob.
It's just effort. All that shit is just effort.
Oh, look at you. I can see your chin. When
What?
last did you see your chin?
I think it was like 2 years ago since I last shaved.
Oh, look how cute you were. You had your little man flick and everything.
What, is that me with the Thunderlord? Or
So yeah, when you made that extending scissors, it was like after your makeover.
one of them?
Dude, you're like a model. Then you look good, then, dude. It was a good makeover.
That's pretty gay.
Then you got old. Nah, no homo. Sorry, of course. No
Yeah,
homo.
there we go. There we go. Now we're okay.
Nah, yeah. Like me and my best friend, we used to like do this butt stuff and stuff like that. And then one day he forgot to say no homo. Like, does that make him gay now? Hitman advert. What? Oh, my mini factory. They must pay me money. How do I get monetized on my mini factory?
They pay me every now and then.
I know they paid you when you like as you came to Africa.
Oh yeah, that's how I bought my new case and stuff for my computer. They pay me whenever they feel like it.
Well, that's the excuse you use.
I feel like if I chase them up, they're going to stop paying me. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Okay, so I think I'm done with all the symmetrical details. No, I haven't. There's one more. You see, like I was saying earlier, this is what takes the longest.
Well, it's like as old Toby says, is that you got to put in the groundwork and then make everything else easier. I've heard through the pipeline that if you made this into an assembly, it might work out a bit better.
Shut up. I'll use assemblies at one point once I'm testing all the mechanisms and that. Because I want to see if I can move.
Just say you'll use assemblies?
Yes. I have to test some of the mechanisms.
Would you just say this? Say this, I will use assemblies.
I will use assemblies. Wait, let's try that again. But I'm going to record it for... just so Johnny can hear
For
it.
Johnny. Yeah.
I will use assemblies. There we go. And now that's a
No.
soundbite.
No, no,
I
no,
will
no, no.
use assemblies.
Jesus, it's loud on your side, eh?
I will use assemblies.
No.
Nice. Okay. Let's get these last two details
Yeah.
in, and then that will be a good place to call it. I honestly made a lot more
Just
progress than I thought I would.
wow. Okay, I've got 7,000 visits on one of my models.
What views?
Yeah, and the one thing that won me that filament all that time ago, it's got 180 views.
Did they
But
actually
my
ship
Halo, yes, it's the first like actual filament I use. I made the toothbrush holder with it.
Surprised I sent that to you.
I was surprised it arrived.
Okay, so here's some dirt for you.
Mm.
When I was at, and I think it was before they were doing those certain competitions, we'll use, I can't remember what we were using, but we would use a website to randomly generate a winner.
Mm.
We'd use that to obviously generate the winner that we wanted, that was chosen randomly. Would then look up their socials and look where they lived to see, one, if they had a decent following on whatever social media, and also to see if they lived fairly close, so we didn't have to pay too much for shipping.
I got a message from, it was you or them, that saying like, "Hi, can Kirby deliver it in person because he's going back to Africa soon," or something like that.
Really?
Yes, it was ages ago. I don't even think I have the email still. Dude, my model was downloaded 579 times. Where's my payment, bitch?
I think you need a lot more than that.
Don't demotivate me. You're one of my followers, dude. That's like a fucking flex and a half. You got 8 million views on your profile. That's insane.
Really? That's mad.
8,559,696. Ironically, my profile picture is also when I had a chin. Only when I had one chin.
Just the one.
Yeah, that's the difference between me and you. You've lost your chin. I've gained one. That water droplet thing's freaking cool as well. What? Look, it's a circle. Where does it go? That's right, the square hole. Dude, that video triggers my wife so badly. It's so funny.
She did another one where someone actually does it right, and she reacts to it.
Yo, she like breaks down. Yo, she's like, I want money for my stuff. Let me monetize my things because that's what manufacturing is about, right?
What do you think of my detailed ball?
It's a quarter nice. It's like a quarter chicken.
Well, no, I've put it all together now so that you can actually see.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So the stream just caught up now.
One detail I forgot to do, but I'll have to do that quickly, else it's going to bug me.
That looks pretty damn accurate, my dude.
No comment.
Oof,
'Cause I know exactly.
No,
that's one thing I've learned about when designing stuff is that because I'm the one that's looked so closely at this, I know where every single imperfection is. And the worst thing you can ever do is tell someone else where those imperfections are. If you don't tell that, if you don't show people where the imperfection is, they're always going to see it as perfect, and it'll boost your ego a bit better.
yes, it's the same thing when you, like, I can make an analogy for like playing on stage, right? Is that you make a mistake while playing, if you stop, people notice you made a mistake. But if you keep on going, they'll very a mistake while playing.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Now, I look at this Halo model of mine, this gun. Like, I modeled it exactly to the picture, so I know there's no mistakes. So it took so fucking long to model this stupid thing. Good old 3ds Max and the triple, the 4 square view.
Yeah.
All your planes and stuff.
Okay, cool. That's that. I think the next one I'll do the actual cockpit. The ball.
How do I monetize my stuff now? It's not easy to.
You gotta apply to be a studio designer.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's like, and I think that's why I don't want to bring it up to them, because there's certain criteria that you're supposed to be meeting to get your payouts. But I think because of the way they basically sacked me, it's kind of a grey area, and that's why I don't want to bring it up, because it's just kind of
Yeah, just
every now
leaving
and
it
then
and
they
letting
send
the
me a bit of
system.
money. Oh, save.
Control S.
And I've asked some of the developers at Solidworks, just like, why isn't autosave just there automatically? Why do you have to set it up? Like, imagine playing the latest.
You would
video
think it
game
would be.
and you had to turn on autosave in one of the accessibility settings.
If it was made by if it was made by Autodesk, it'd already be there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm like salty about like how unfriendly SolidWorks is to newbies.
It
Also the
depends who you talk
The fact that they ban me from their chat.
to. They didn't ban you. They put you on a timeout.
It muted me and timed me out. Yes.
I just when I just watched all your messages get just deleted, I was just like, I was so tempted to say something on stream.
I could see your eyes. You had a smirk on your face. I was like, yes, fuck, you saw that. but you said it was like admins in the background, but I could see it was like it looked like it was Sam himself. Scorpy.
Hey, let's see you.
Oh, good in yourself, my dude.
Oh, how's it going?
It's good. It's good. We're just talking shit. And Kirby's busy live streaming.
Cock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it there.
Oh, what?
Okay,
So you
Kirby.
guys
Cool.
playing
Dude.
those days?
Yeah,
These days?
maybe I'll do this.
I'm playing. Yeah, no, dude. We must definitely keep it going with the models. Awesome.
I'm gonna post this to TikTok and see what people think.
Sweet.
I'll see you around, Brandon.
Cool, Kirby. I'll chat you later, dude.
Buttons. Making progress. So next time I'll probably just be working on the actual cockpit and see if I can get this mechanism working. But good progress today. Thank you very much for joining. Maybe we'll do this again next weekend. We'll see.